Now, from the downtown of Northwest Arkansas, in Uptown Rogers, with weather from Bentonville to Fayetteville, Fort Smith, and beyond, here's Oz weather meteorologist, Garrett Lewis.
It is the 4th of July, and we have some active weather coming up for us, including that possibility of thunderstorms later on this afternoon and evening. This may interfere with local firework displays or celebrations. There will be showers and storms moving into the area, likely after about 4 or 5 through about midnight or 1, and then they should start to fade. That's a front that's moving in. That's going to usher in slightly lower temperatures heading into Saturday. Let's dive right into it and talk about what's happening now and what happens next. Looking live out there from Bentonville, looking southbound towards Uptown, looking at a little bit of cloud cover. I'll show you what that looks like here on the satellite in a moment. No big thunderstorms out there at the moment, but we are looking at temperatures that are starting off pretty toasty. Of course, it's been this way really for the last several days, right? The day starts off hot. It ends even hotter. Right now, it's about 84 in Rogers, 86 in Fayetteville. There are those clouds that showed up on that camera just a moment ago. It's already 89 at 10 o'clock in the morning in Fort Smith. But we even have a heat index out there. You want to see what it looks like? That heat index is pretty high as well. Temperatures outside today will top out likely into the upper 90s to nearly 100 degrees. The heat index already in Fort Smith is 98. In Fayetteville, it's 99. So yeah, we're already feeling really warm out across parts of the Ozarks. Now, what's bringing the rain later on is going to be this front. So this front's moving in from northwest to southeast. You can see that front, and then behind that we get lower temperatures, not necessarily cooler. I guess it's all relative. We'll be in the upper 80s to near 90 tomorrow, so it's not necessarily cold weather or anything, but it won't be near 100 like it's been over the last couple of days. As far as it goes now, there's really not much out there. There were a few spotty showers this morning in northeast Oklahoma and parts of southern Missouri. Those have since faded. This is a big picture view of the overall pattern that's going on out there, and you can see the boundary here. It's really draped across parts of Missouri back into northwest Arkansas and northeast Oklahoma. So as that boundary advances to the southeast later on tonight, that's what's going to bring us those showers and those thunderstorms and the possibility of even some severe weather with this. The Storm Prediction Center does have us in a slight risk. It's going to be downburst winds that are going to be the main risk. Some of those could get a little nasty with the stronger storms, and rain totals might be high too. We may be looking at around 1 inch in the stronger storms. So again, not everybody's going to get that, but with the heaviest thunderstorms, you may see some damaging winds. The risk is highest just north of Fort Smith, including Fayetteville, Bentonville, Rogers, Key Ridge, Siloam Springs, West Fork, maybe even over towards Mountainburg and Cedarville later on this afternoon and towards the evening. So what does that mean for us? Well, for July 4th, we are looking at that potential for thunderstorms. Today's high temperatures will be in the upper 90s to near 100 degrees. There is a good chance of seeing scattered showers and storms later on this evening. The heat index is just nasty. We talked about it a second ago. Fort Smith's already near 100 degrees. And then as we head into the afternoon hours, we may get a heat index near 111 or 113. Ugh. Right? I think that high heat index will be around 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's the time frame to avoid if you don't want to get into some of that nasty, nasty weather and the heat index. All right, so let's look at how this plays out over the next couple of hours here with these thunderstorms. Here's where we are by about, what are we looking at here? About 3. So 1, 2, 3, about 3 in the afternoon. You can see some spotty areas of rain already starting to pop up. Those thunderstorms by 4 or 5 get going in northeast Oklahoma and northern Arkansas. And then by later on this evening, heading into about 6 and then 7 o'clock, you can see these storms that are starting to move in out around Sallisaw and even Fort Smith. I think this whole area is going to be scattered. It's not necessarily the placement that you're seeing on the map, but the overall area. So you can see that east to west boundary there. Storms along that boundary will be severe, and this is heading into 9 o'clock. So this is 9 when most fireworks shows are underway, and there will be scattered storms in the area through 9, and they'll continue roaming about right around through midnight or so before they start to fade with the loss of daytime heating. So that will lead to some active weather for us this evening and the possibility of severe weather. Keep an eye on the weather if you're headed out to the lake. You don't want to be caught out in some of these thunderstorms that could be pretty nasty later on this afternoon and the evening. The good news is, in the wake of the front, though, temperatures really take a hit for Saturday. Saturday looks like the best day this weekend with upper 90s. And then by Sunday, we have another chance of storms. That's the late afternoon and evening. But the big noticeable difference is going to be that drop in the heat index. It's not going to feel as miserable outside in the afternoon. And hopefully, we get a little rain out of this thing as well. So, to sum up the forecast, it's hazy, hot, humid, and lazy for July 4th, with thunderstorms likely after 4 o'clock tonight. Most fade by about midnight. It's not a big hail tornado risk. It's a big wind risk for us, as well as heavy rainfall. Saturday looks awesome, and then we get back into the swing of things on Sunday with more thunderstorms possible as we head on into Sunday night into Monday. No big rebound of the heat, though, for about another 5 to 7 days. About a week out or so, we'll see that nasty heat start to return, which is typical for July. Have a very safe July 4th later on today. Make sure not to drink and drive and have that bucket of water handy to put those fireworks in. And as always, make sure on July 5th you got all your digits. Don't want to blow those off. Catch you guys back here next time.